With Parliament reopening Tuesday, the main opposition coalition has its work cut out, but the battle lines are drawn. At the end of a two-day retreat in Naivasha, the Coalition for Reforms and Democracy CORD laid down the gauntlet, vowing to hold the Jubilee government to account over a number of issues.
That CORD takes great exception to the manner in which the Jubilee administration is handling the ravaging famine situation that has afflicted various parts of the country, particularly Turkana.
CORD also pointed out what it called institutionalized corruption inside the Jubilee administration. The minority coalition vowed to fight graft, singling out the controversial multi-billion shilling standard gauge railway project, which the government has said will continue nevertheless.
Even the president has acknowledged that his office is infested with corruption, yet no measures have been taken to combat the same.
Before the CORD group retreat, the various member parties held individual caucuses in efforts to diffuse tensions. Sources have told KTN that in the ODM meeting, several lawmakers were put on the spot of allegations that they are Jubilee moles in the Orange Party. Party leader Raila Odinga is then said to have urged the lawmakers to stop the smear campaigns. Another key issue that CORD will have to deal with is Jubilee's numbers in Parliament, which made it almost impossible for the opposition to push its agenda in the last session of Parliament.
We are sitting on the opposition side as a government in waiting. We have an agenda, we have strategies. Those strategies are not for the public, but for our internal workings and mechanisms.
Meanwhile, the Jubilee coalition also held its parliamentary group meeting at State House, Nairobi, as Parliament reopens to a full in-tray. And one of the major items on the agenda was the Unease fund.
Expect Parliament to dispose of. The executive has done its bit. It is now with Parliament. So Parliament must dispose of and approve the Unease fund regulations so that next week the Kenyan youth and women can access the 6 billion shillings that was saved from the runoff.
President Uhuru Kenyatta also gave his plan for the Legislative Assembly for the second session of Parliament, where among others 8 constitutional bills have to be passed by August 27th.
And the budget making process, which is for the good of the whole country, we expect to develop a bipartisan approach across the political divide.
A showdown between CORD and Jubilee looms in Parliament over a myriad of issues. And as Parliament reopens, CORD will be tasked with marshalling the numbers in both houses to be able to push their agenda and keep Jubilee on their toes. Ben Kitili, KTN, Naivasha.